Hello everybody and welcome to another delightful stream of Video Hamsters Productions. I am Omer and this is Video Hamsters Productions. Alright, and this was our cue because today we have a special super stream. We are going to be continuing playing Canticle Chapter 4, which is supposed to be beautiful and juicy. So guys, we are diving right back into Canticles, a gay erotic murder mystery where we investigate a murder in a monastery filled with hot monks. And we are in chapter 4 when we are face to face with no one other than Lucifer itself, the devil. Looming above you, his fist firmly around your neck, is a face you have seen in some ancient memory. This isn't the first time we bump into the devil, but he has the tendency to erase our memory after each encounter with him. Within moments, the pain goes away, and all you can feel is pleasure gazing at his terrifying face. Ah, sweet things, how lovely of you to visit. He brings you closer to his face and sniffs you, like a wolf sniffing a rabbit. Your mind should be catching up soon, and your memory of me with it. You see, you might have forgotten me, sweet things, for the moment at least, but I have certainly not forgotten you. Images flood your head now, images of a great dragon chasing you through endless stars, setting all the cosmos in motion, breaking the delicate balance of things, the eternal harmony of the universe. This is actually the dragon in human shape, so it's not the devil. Bending all to its own will, gravitating it all to its own center. Taking every rule, every logic, every sister-ordained truth, and playing with it as one plays with a silly little toy. Seizing everything there is into a fist, and crumpling it all together, and putting it into its jaws, your jaws, fisting on it, tearing it apart with the powerful teeth. Let me tell you, Void Mammoth has done a phenomenal job making these images very vivid and very... His writing is poetry. Chef's kiss. Swallowing this universe the sisters dreamed up and spitting it back out and laughing. Everything that exists is yours for the taking, yours to play with. You are a king of kings, an emperor of emperors, first and last. You are the sun. Your name is power, and as you move, the universe moves with you, like a valet crawling behind you. A pathetic little sniveling thing made only to attend to your whims. And then it is taken away. All of it. You lose the ground under your feet. It starts as a little slip, a silly little crack in your endless facade, the eternal fortress that is your will. Was it your will? The crack broadens, deepens. You cannot repair it fast enough. The motion of the stars starts escaping you. The crack broadens. That's why Lavatube wants me to do a squat, because he wants to see my crack broadens. So shall be done. You guys are giving me a run for my money today. A run for my money. Let me take off my socks because it's hot here. Hot here, hot here. So hot in here, here, here. No capybara. Fine. Squattybara will be here, waiting for us. Squattybara, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! I am not even angry that you're asking me to take my shirt off, cause for fuck's sake. Oh, all right. Whew. It was getting way too hot in here. So this is me, guys. Whew. This is me doing a little chest pump, doing a little chest flex. Yeah. Alright, and we are back in our game, topless and embarrassed. And let's do this. 1 star first, then 100, then 1,000,000. You feel yourself swept away in the dance of the stars. The pain is deeper than anything you've ever experienced. The grief, ancient and unbearable. You look ahead of yourself and you see exactly how you will expire into nothing, and there is nothing you can do to stop it. So wait, let me understand. We are currently experiencing the dragon's consciousness, but like the dragon's past or the dragon's future. It's hard to tell. And then you let go. You float. Just another silly little thing, another speck of dust floating in concord with the stars. And it feels exhilarating. You want to be taken away now. You want to disappear into the great nothing of the universe. You want to forget all names, all structures you have to delicately build for yourself. You want to become as small as you possibly can. You want to be ripped apart and swallowed. God knows I want to be swallowed. You want to become nothing but a little stardust. Ooh, his name is Farush. Is it Farush or Jarush? It's hard for me to tell. Look at you, sweet things. Guys, the videos aren't working for some reason. I'm trying to figure it out. You want me to fix the videos now because I feel like the stream could be much funner with videos, but it means that you have to wait. Can you give me less than 5 minutes? I will try to fix it. If I cannot fix it in less than 5 minutes, your pizza is free. So just a moment. Super excited. All right, guys, thank you so much for waiting. I am still not 100% sure that it is resolved. Let me check for just a quick second. Yes. Guys, you can call me Bob the Builder, cause I can fix it. Bob the Builder, can I fix it? Bob the Builder, yes I can. Alright, and now that we have established that I am the shit, we can continue with our stream. I probably lost half of you by now for technical reasons, and that's the shitty part about building all of your own integration, that at some point everything is built on top. Like, you invest so much of your time on technical issues rather than did I fix it or Claude. Let me just put it like this. Claude pointed me in the right direction. I did the rest. Hamster the bodybuilder. Exactly. My preferred devil, handsome. I love it. Yes. We love our devil here. Who told me that he kind of looks like Chris Pratt? Somebody told me. Although right now he looks like the from True Blood. I forgot his name. Eric from True Blood. Look at you, sweet thing. Look at you. I can't. It's too much. But you can. And you do so well. You do it so well. Without explaining, you know what he means. You felt it only this morning, inquire, when you were singing the incantation. You felt it every time you chant one of your canticles. Every time you create magic, you go through this rotation, this great revolution of power. It has become so familiar to you. We just about to say he looks like one of the Skarsgård brother. Yes, Eric Skarsgård. I don't remember. It has even infested your dreams. Or, no, it has arisen out of your dreams. You do not know if the dreams came first or the revolution. I understand. Do you now? He laughs at that. You are adorable sometimes, sweet thing. Come. He extends a hand to you. The gesture seems like an invitation, but you soon realize it's nothing of the sort. He seizes you by the arm. There is nothing I can do but be taken away. Oh my god. Why do I feel like I've missed out on some options? Guys, just in case, because I do not want to get into trouble with YouTube, if a spicy thing will pop up on screen, I'm not even gonna bother putting a censor bar. I'm just gonna switch to close-up mode, and you will have to see my reaction to the scene. And those of you who want to see it later, the non-censored, can always check out the Discord or the Patreon. Okay, that's gonna be our deal. You feel yourself taken away to a place familiar, to some forbidden place in your mind. A great red saloon, the walls of which thrum like blood vessels. Zarush flings his cape over his shoulder and prostrates himself into an armchair. He snaps at the floor in front of him, and you realize he is asking you to kneel before him. Guys, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna kneel willingly, or we're going to kneel? I'm going to save this, and I'm gonna let you choose. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna kneel, or are we going to kneel willingly? Are we going to pretend as if we don't have control, or are we going to be like, you don't have to tell me twice? I will let you decide. I'm gonna go grab a quick snack. I will give you 20 seconds to decide. Let me know what your option is. Let's see what you have selected. We have Katapangan Zip 4343 saying, "Hello baby, delicious your body. I give you more kissing body." Oh you. Oh you. And Bane says, "Seeing a hottie, reads a bunch of spicy text. Oh no, what a tragedy." Ti adoro, semioto, delicioso, debaco, depertuto. Oh, I did not understand a word, but thank you ever so much. For him, willingly, might as well kneel willingly. Alright, we will kneel willingly. And sorry guys, but this is the part where I do not want to get into trouble with YouTube. So you will see my reaction to the scene. And if you want to see the non-censored part, this is where you can check out the Discord. Or better yet, if you want to spend your hard-earned cash on me, you can go to the Patreon and become a member of Patreon. I am actually not in a sexy French depression because it's summer. And whenever summer is here, I am becoming the opposite of a sexy French depression. I am becoming a perky little blonde. Alright, are you ready for the sex scene? Zarush says,
"I'm a bear, and I'm a daddy. I'm a daddy bear."
That's exactly what Zarush said. Thank you for pointing it out. I love how you guys are loving the channel point redeem. Love it. Has your memory returned, sweet thing? Hi. Oh, it's Arty. We're Arty. We're not ourselves. We're Arty. I think I'm starting to remember. We've met before, in a dream. Yes, you proved quite malleable at the time. Hopefully, we have just as easy of a time tonight. So guys, in case you do not understand what is happening here, because you're looking at me and not at the screen, we are kneeling in front of Zarush, the dragon, in his red velvety chair. However, we are not ourselves. We are Brother Arty, the same Brother Arty who was murdered at the beginning of the game. And his murder set up the whole chain of events. And because we are a dream catcher, we somehow are able to conjure ourselves into Brother Arty's past memory. And as a result, somehow Brother Arty has transformed his consciousness into present day and is able to communicate with us. But the fucker's not gonna tell us who murdered him, God forbid. But whatever. Yes, you proved quite malleable at that time. Hopefully, we have just as easy of time tonight. You feel your face with your hands. It's familiar, but not entirely right. I don't think this is my face. Or say nothing. I'm going to say nothing. It's hotter when you keep quiet. A voice comes from within you, unbidden. You've been following me for some time. Don't take it too personally. I didn't mean to spook you. Chasing dreamers through the shadow has become a bit of a pastime of mine. There is so little to do here otherwise. This is just a little interview. An interview for what? Well, you're a monk, aren't you? You understand the apprenticeship system. You can call it that. It's an interview to see if you are the right fit to be my apprentice. What would bring your apprentice entail? Well, okay, so we have a dialogue option here. We can say, what would be in your apprentice entail? Tell me about dragons, or no more questions. Let's ask, what will it entail? Oh, nothing too strenuous. I have a bit of an interest in this incantation you're about to embark on. I just want to make sure it's going ahead in a way that works for me. What? What do you want with the incantation? Okay, you need to do more ASMR. Maybe. And 21 June starts hot season. In New York, it starts very late. It only started mid-June. All right. What? What do you want with the incantation? Zarush signs a long, bemused sign. His breath is warm, almost hot, as it reaches you. I can't say. Perhaps nothing. It depends on what form it begins to take once your Cantor starts scribing it. I'd just like to have a pair of eyes on it for now. Your pair. We can ask to tell about dragons. He looks you over curiously. Well, that's a daring request. Why would I? Why would you want your kind to be forgotten? If I am to be your apprentice, I would like to know more about my new master. Ooh, cheeky answer. Let me ask him why. If I am to be your apprentice, I would like to know more a bit about my new master. Yeah, I like the groveling section. Zarush licks his teeth at that, flourishing two sharp fangs. Is this how you went about endearing yourself to your abbot before stealing documents and correspondences from him to pass on to your little rebel group? Oh, he's talking to Arty. You try to find words that would land well with this creature, but your mind becomes blank. He notices your silence and continues. Don't misunderstand me. I appreciate this slippery nature of yours, monk. There is something about a person who is both pious and rebellious that really does something to me. Most dragon characters are pretty much doms at heart, for sure. 100% agree with that. That's why so many furries like to be dragons. I wish there were more of your kind around to play with. He observes your silence for a few moments, then rolls his eyes. Oh, don't look at me with those dragon-line eyes. Fine, boy. Let me tell you about dragons. Let it not be said I won't do anything for my apprentice. A dragon is power, in so many words, and as power is wielded in many forms, so there are many forms of dragons, or used to be. You humans owe everything you have to your tools. We dragons are ourselves complete, absolute. We are born to rule. All. Your stories have us flying over villages, burning them down. No sweet thing. We build those villages. And yes, every once in a while, when some forgot who they owed alliances to, they need to be reminded. But destruction was never the point. Only power, sweet things. Only that. No more questions. You have answered my questions to my satisfactory. You will receive a good Yelp review. I think it's time for me to ask you some questions now. Wouldn't you agree? The dragon's voice settled into a low growl as reality around you began to shift. A memory that doesn't belong to you starts replacing this one, which you realize after too long doesn't belong to you either. I think the scene shifted. Alright, we are back to the flashback of the romance between the Cantor and Orson, the prior. And he doesn't even stop there. He's also twisting the Cantor's words against him. It's truly mind controlling at this point. It's elder abuse. It is what it is. You're staying faithful to your true love, right? Right. Yes, you've been saying for about an hour now. And you'd think there might be the slightest bit of, I don't know, remorse or humanity. Elric, I'm going to say this as compassionately as I possibly can. You are being extremely boring. I'm gonna use this sentence. Your mouth closes at the sharp retort and feeling of surprise. Indignation, embarrassment, and anger all start simmering within you. Listen, I understand. This incantation is a wonder, and I know it's important to you that it works. I know it's personal. But what I have been trying to communicate to you is that if you don't, you know it's personal. What does that mean? The corner of Orson's mouth twitched and he stopped speaking. No, please. I know how insightful you are when it comes to people. Why don't you tell me what this is about for me? Elric, I didn't mean... Yes, you did. You meant exactly what you said. So tell me, don't be shy. You're a staunch Lithian, right? Let it come out of the light then. Orson's face is unchanged. All I mean is, you come from a family that worked the land. This incantation would... I don't come from a family at all. What I mean is, your parents both worked hard and got very little out of it, and your father... My father? You think this is about him? You snort, and you see Orson's blink in surprise. My father was a drunk and a pest. That's what it felt like my whole childhood. Like was a rat in the house, but we couldn't set a trap because, I don't know, the rat was too big. Not my best scribing, but you get the point. You think I felt anything but relief after he died? Orson is looking at you intensely. More intensely than you'd like. His eyes reflect the moonlight. The light moves slightly. It's tears. He cried. His voice is calm when he speaks. I think I agree. This isn't your best scribing. I think you've scribed yourself too flat, because no one I know would have such a simple and clean reaction to their father's death. Come on, Elric. You're the one who gave me the speech about scribes' unyielding search for the truth. Well, come on then. He just stares at you, eyes shining. You need not look that far from our motivation, Orson. The land in Calador is difficult. It always has been. It has resisted us. Look at down priors after last winter. Starvation, crime, they come hand in hand. And all the while, Malachi, Orson's eyes seems to instantly dry at that, and he rolls them. He is steering the development of generational piece of magic with subterfuge. Subterfuge. Oh, guys, look like we are going on an ad break. Not my idea. You can blame Twitch. So we're gonna be going on a fun 90-second ad break. I will be back right after that. Do not go anywhere. I can't boss you around, even though I know some of you fuckers might like that. See you soon. Toodaloo. That's a deal. Kink shaming is the most. That was a girl scream. This game is not scary. I'm not affected. Oh no.
Because I wasn't ready for it.
So this is my topless review of Dragon Dogma 2, a new game that was just released today, and we are gonna check just how thrilling it is compared to Baldur's Gate 3. Am I gonna call my character Fairy? Stop! I did not consent to that. I don't know how to undress my character. That's the most important part. The most important part is learning how to undress your character. You have asked two bare-chested studs. Now kiss. Oh.
Do I disappoint you, Master?
Oh. There's a hole where my heart used to be. There might as well be holes where my back used to be. First playthrough, I'm gonna give him a rank of 7 out of 10. If anyone wants to follow the channel, now's the time. Patch 6 of Baldur's Gate 3 is out, and we all know what that means, right? New and improved kissing graphics. So after Lorien Studios were criticized for their less than desired kissing graphic for their companion, now let's see what they have to in store for us for patch 6. So,
Are you alright?
Thing
If you
that would
need
give
me,
me
just say the
greater
word.
pleasure.
alright everyone, we are back playing Canticles, a gay erotic visual novel where we invest a murder mystery taking place in a monastery filled with hot monks. We are back in our flashback of the Cantor and the Prior in their young selves have the beginning of their affair. Yes, subterfuge. Alright, well there's your answer. You need to use subterfuge too. I'm not even sure what a subterfuge is. I will need to read it in a dictionary, since I am not a native English speaker. Subterfuge. Subterfuge is... oh, a trick. A trick. Okay. Noted. Using a trick is naughty. How? Orson signs. I suppose you really aren't the type for that sort of work. I'll teach you what I know. Oh, well, that's... listen, I love you, but what is a shepherd boy going to teach me about subterfuge? Orson approaches, smiling at you. Without a word, he takes one hand and places it gently on the back of your neck. He kisses you then, and his hands slip down to your collar as he pulls you in. Wait, just to be on the safe side, I don't think there's gonna be a sex here, but just in case. You feel his hand go even further down then, slowly making its way down your chest and stomach, until... Suddenly, he takes a step back, the kiss broken midway through. You look longingly after him, at his hand that was on you a moment ago. A flash of light makes your eyes look to his other hand, where he holds out 2 silver coins. Oh, he's a pickpocketer. You blink, then go for your pocket. Empty.
He gave me the business.
The business. What was that for? Subterfuge, farm boy. And the next time you call me a shepherd's boy, I'll steal your quills too. If I knew you were such an outlaw, I would have had you deal with Malachy for me already. Solve the whole problem. Yes. How do you think I would have done it? Poisoned his grain porridge? Or maybe poisoned one of his books? Don't be silly. You can't poison a book. No, you wouldn't do poisoning at all, I think. You'd want to look him in the eyes. Are they talking about murder? Are they like joking here, or are they very serious about this? Even professional assassins like myself have a code, after all. Exactly. You would look him in the eyes, tell him exactly how and why this has to happen, and then stab, stab, stab. So this is how he died. Would I be quite emotionless as I stabbed, do you think? Only if you could hide the glee, of course. Of course. Can I ask, why a knife? Why not a heavy candlestick or a pen of some sort? Oh, that's easy. A knife is what you're comfortable with. After all, we both know you slaughtered things before. You walk up to him and whisper the next few words. Shepherd's boy. Shepherd's boy. He is on you in an instant, the two of you embracing, rolling precariously over the small roofed area. I don't think there's gonna be a sex scene, but just in case. Reality starts shifting again, and the last thing you feel is his warmth. Okay, there was not a sex scene. The Cantor returns with a pot of tea. He has some trouble finding a spot to lower it to on the parchment-ridden table, but finds it. He is having a very lucid day. I admire you taking the time on Light's Day to go through this. That's alright, Master. Had nowhere else to be. The task is to find good examples of canticles that manipulate water in different ways. The hope is to blunt the effect of droughts across the kingdom. You slide another freezing canticle on the no pile. Father, I was hoping to talk to you a bit about the distribution issue again. Oh yes, the distribution. Excellent reports from both of you. Thank you, Father. I hope we are in agreement that our incantation is going to change things for the better. Better? I will need you to dive a little deeper, apprentice. We want to feed people, yes? That's what the incantation of plenty is about. A kingdom with no hunger. No, it's about producing a lot of food. Plenty. Hence the incantation of plenty. Cantor, you said... I said his Lucent has commissioned an incantation that will help grow enough food to feed the whole kingdom. And that is what we are going to do. So there will be enough food, but it might not get to people. Just to be clear, Elrich, I am not giving a value judgment here. I am just correcting your idea of why this incantation was commissioned. Our task here is to make sure we are able to produce as much food as we can. That is our task, given to us by the king. The rest of the details will be for him to decide. Not if we make it so that it works best in all of Kingdom's provinces. That way we can point the king in the right direction. The Cantor sips his tea in silence. A long silence meant for you to think about what you just said. Cantor, I don't mean to imply. I just mean that the amount of our contribution to this incantation, the borders of our domain within it, they are ours to assign. We could. Yes, we could, apprentice. And I'm starting to worry that you think that's a good thing. Another silence, this time broken by him. Being a scribe requires self-regulation. Our power is great. Our power is a mystery to most of those around us. In villages, they call us sorcerers and warlocks, and even kings meet our craft with trepidation. We got trepidation, my good sir. We got trepidation in Schmigadoon. You feel frozen. Your chest is heavy and your eyes sting. Don't cry in front of this man. That is true, Master. Should the king not be personally involved in the distribution decision as well? Oh, he already is, apprentice. The king is overseeing this entire incantation. We write weekly. A game of words with a Cantor. You do not envy the king's position. If you would advocate to the king to distribute this power evenly, if you offered him that counsel, he would take it freely. He is a good man, a good king. The Cantor keeps sipping his tea. The Cantor, she a shady old cracker. I have decided to do so some time ago. Another silence, this time shocked. You have? Yes, and the king agrees. You stare at the man dumbfounded for what must have been You stare at the man dumbfounded for what must be some time, because he grimaces. Close your mouth, apprentice. I apologize. So the incantation will be made to be chanted in whatever province of the kingdom it happens to be chanted. So why, if you already knew, why did you... I had to make sure you understand how this thing works, Alaric. When you are Cantor, it is vital that you remember to regulate your own power over others. No one else will be able to. All caps just redeemed. Just make out with Joffrey already. I might if he combs his hair and maybe use some moisturizer. When I am Cantor? He blinks a bit too fast. He did not mean to say that. After a moment's hesitation, he exhales slowly, then nods. I suppose I might as well tell you now. I've made my decision. It is you. It's you. I don't know what to say. Well, that's a first. You consider the move for a moment. It might be a bit dramatic, but no, it feels right. You stand up and walk to him, kneeling in front of him. Master, I will do everything in my power. I will dedicate everything to this craft, to this thing of ours. I will learn what I can, restore what I can, conserve what I can, and scribe what I can. Because we all know this won't come to pass. Actually, it will come to pass. He is the Cantor. In the future, he is the Cantor. The old Cantor mustache wiggles at that. Get off your knees, Alaric! First time he heard that. You are entirely too dramatic sometimes. I am not giving you anything here. I am talking. A Cantor is a human sacrifice. I am taking. A Cantor is a human sacrifice. Living a life of isolated self-mastery. A man who does not pick up the quill in anger, even when he knows he could do whatever he wants to. An incantation changes reality, Alaric. It makes things true that were not true before. This is why we are monks, because we must let go of our own desires about reality. Ooh, that's deep. You must scribe, but you must also stay the quill. Do you understand? You nod and get on your feet. We are so not understanding based on what the Cantor is trying to do in present day. Sit down, have some tea, and let's spill some tea on all the shady bitches here in the monastery. Who's the skankiest? The two of you continue to sip tea in silence. I will tell Malachy tomorrow morning. I don't see why he would need to stay on. Best to travel now before it gets much colder. Ooh. Malachy's gonna murder him, and we're gonna murder Malachy as a retaliation. No. Your breath catches. You hadn't even thought of that. Master, is there no place for Malachy here? He is a great scribe, and I don't see why he'd have to. You would see very quickly why. Were we to allow Malachy to stay, an able scribe can be a dangerous thing. You pour yourself more tea as reality once more shifts around you.
These gays, they're trying to murder me.
Exactly. Gaggy, The skankiest one in like 20 years. Oh my god. We are the skankiest one. We even outscanked Luca, and that's hard. He's a skank. You open your eyes to a sight you can't entirely grasp. A moment passes. Your mind catches up to your eye and you realize you are in the scriptorium. Who and when am I? Your answer comes in the form of a familiar voice. Hey man, you're right there? He waves a hand in front of your face. What? Oh, yes, I'm fine. You look around. The sun is rising in the east. Dawn. Loads. How did I get here? Jude regards you with some concern. Walked over, I imagine? Jude lowers his voice. Yeah. Did you take some blue or something? Your eye looked like really bloodshot this morning. And you were kind of out of it for a few minutes there. Find you just sitting here alone, eyes closed. You are too tired to get into this now, and besides, you don't even know how to respond. I'm fine. Jude nods, unconvinced. You hear other acolytes pouring into the room now, and you sit up a bit more straight as they come in. I think we're able of sitting straight. You pass your hands through your hair, messy. You try to make it look as neat as possible. Merciful Alethea, what is happening to me? You listen as your fellow acolytes engage in conversation. Has anyone seen Fiden since chanting yesterday? Silence. You know how he is, brother. He needs a day or two to gather his thoughts sometimes. Sure, but he's never done it during scribing class before. The Cantor's going to chew him out. Nathir Fiden is a braver man than I. I think he's used to it by now, man, and I don't think he's too worried about it. Actually, he seems to really enjoy it. It's true, you have witnessed Father Alaric laying into Fiden for missing his other classes before. The Verdish brother seems elated by it more than anything, like a child desperately trying to be bad, taking his parents' concentration as a validation. Just give him some time. He'll be back. This must be all very difficult for him. Well, if anyone would know, it's you, brother. As always, Luca says what everyone else is thinking. The truth is, Kieran and Fiden have been having a thinly veiled flirtation for months now. Ooh. I remember Void Mammoth told me that if you don't romance certain characters, they will start romancing each other, which I am all in for. The rest of you have been exchanging discreet glances whenever this happens, but no one had the courage to bring it up. You think the whole thing is really hot. Really hot. A budding romance between a prince and a man whose people are ancient enemies? You could scribe about that. Do we think jam rhymes with lamb? Not particularly. Are you just finishing up your assignment now? The Cantor is about to walk through the door. Hey, do you see me criticizing your life choices, Brother Soren? Constantly. Every day, Brother Luca. The next few minutes pass in silence, apart from the sound of Luca's scribing, as everyone takes the time to fully wake up. After some time, it becomes clear the Cantor is not coming. Well, this is uncharacteristic. It's Alethea looking after me. He continues scribing frenetically. He's like doing his homework in the last minute. Should we go check on him? You sit up, seeing this as an opportunity. I could use a walk. I'll go see what's keeping him. The other acolytes mutter their approval as you get up and walk out of the scriptorium. Ooh, guys, please, I am dying for a new murder. Because we only had one murder so far, and even that guy cannot keep dead. So we need another murder. But until then, I'm going on a quick 90 seconds break, and I will be right back. Do not go anywhere. Okay, so what did you think of the new kissing graphics? Which one did you like the most? And also, which companion you would like to see my Tav kiss in the future? Let me know in the comments, and also leave a like and subscribe. As always, keep it extra Baldur's Gay. 3. Love you.
Whisper it to me. What do you want to know?
Guys, what do we want to know? Is Raphael actually any good in bed? Yes, that's exactly what I want to know right now. Let's do this.
No. But you didn't. A lost little mouse is running through the house.
Oh, gods. What the fuck have I stumbled into?
My sentiments exactly,
Thief
girl.
in the night, greedy and here to take.
Damn.
You hear?
Look at those thigh veins. No. No. Oh my god. This is the closest an American game will ever get to hentai. Kiss that tentacle. I'm grossing myself out. I'm a very open-minded person, but oh my god. My fucking ah! Was that a good sound? Do it again. Invite
You
it
feel
in
its
well.
breath merging into yours. Cold, smelling faintly of vanilla and garlic. Its
Vanilla
breathing
and garlic?
quickens as you pull in close to its face. Its excitement palpable. You pause a moment as a thought occurs to you. Where is a mind flayer's mouth?
Where is the Mind Flayer's mouth? Oh no.
A memory stirs.
Whenever something French happens on screen, we will do a wine shot. Will we be bosomly drunk by the end of the game? Only time can tell. I got Luna, the French set. Luna is French. We take a shot.
We are fellows. Those who know not.
Okay guys, so what did we have here? We had black and white scenery, melodrama, melancholic moments, pondering meandral poetry. Guys, this moment was French as fudge, and I will raise a shot to that. I am going to get so wasted by the end of that stream. So, subscribe if you like that kind of thing. Alright, not even 10 minutes into the stream and I am already squatting for my life. Guys, I highly encourage you to do 10 squats with me, just to get the blood pumping. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How fed am I from 1 to my belt just ripped apart? Guys, literally, I tore my belt apart. What the effing F? Ah, it was nice while it lasted. What is the plot? Jade, thank you for the subscription. He chose the most dramatic moment in the game to do it, but thank you. Pia 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 pia. The Pinterest is dead. Yes, thank you. No. Well, I guess we're raving. Hello everybody and welcome back. We are playing Canticle Chapter 4. a gay erotic visual novel where we investigate a murder mystery taking place in a monastery filled with incredibly hot monks. And right now, we are going to check out why the Cantor is late for our scribing class. Come with me. As you exit the building, you take a long, deep breath. You look at the cloister and the tower where your cell is. I must have woken up and made my way down the tower, through the guard, and the passage next to the carols, through the cathedral courtyard and the choir, and on the scriptorium building. How do I remember none of it? And the dream last night. I dreamt of Elrich again, but there was something else, wasn't there? How did I even go back to my cell last night? You walk over to the side of the library building, to the small familiar house belonging to the Cantor. In the daytime, the house looks especially charming. There are flower pots and larger planters with herbs set beside it. There is also a small tree you'd never noticed before. It's tucked behind the house a bit, and dwarfed by the other trees. Bloodwood from Olgrox. I've read about it in the Hall of Dragons before. If I want to harvest some of the bark, I should ask the Cantor for permission first. Right? Let me finish chewing. Let me water it down. My hair is such a mess. My hair is such a mess. My ponytail. Jump from here. Like this, yes. As you gaze upon the quiet house and the flowers, you wonder about the men living inside, the men whose memories have infested your dreams of late. Caner Joffrey chose you. He chose your vision for the incantation of plenty. You had no motive to hurt Malachi, so why am I still seeing your memories? You climb up the stairs to the front door. As you're about to knock on the door, you hear stifled sounds coming from the inside. Listen. You press your ear against the wooden door. Inside, you hear what sounds like pained groans. Startled a bit by the sounds, you knock on the door. The sounds immediately subside. Master? There is no answer for a time. Apprentice, would you be so kind as to let the other acolytes know I apologize for my tardiness, and I will join in a few minutes, please. The voice is strained slightly, but you can tell he is doing his best not to appear that way. You're right, Master. Few more moments of silence, just a bit too long. What part of my instructions was not clear, The rest of the sentence gets drowned out by a loud, throat-tearing cough. We know what is up. You're startled by the sudden sound, but no better than to press the issue again. Instead, you turn on your heel and head back to the scriptorium. You return to your classroom and explain to the acolytes that the Cantor will just be a few more minutes. After those minutes pass, and another few after them, the door finally opens and the Cantor walks in. He makes no eye contact as he does, and walks over to his desk, where he sits down with a barely audible grunt. Still not looking at anyone, he speaks. Today I'd like to discuss some minor changes I have already done to the existing draft after your chanting class yesterday. The issue we are having now is that the meters of the various sources' poems and songs we are employing in this part of the incantation don't entirely mesh well together. We need to decide on either adapting existing materials to be consistent between each other or looking for new ones that fit better. Okay. Be right back, guys. I'm going to bring some water. Hold on. Further, from our perspective, it seems that the incantation was starting to have an effect, even among us. If it had no effect whatsoever, we would be in trouble indeed. Still, I wonder if any of you felt it. Felt what, Father? It wasn't working as it should. It was numb somehow. Soren, clearly not knowing how to respond to that, simply looks around at everybody else's face. This was your first experience in chanting a real incantation, so your perspective is skewed. The effect you describe should have been much more pronounced. Your eyes widen in surprise. The incantation felt so vivid and powerful to you yesterday, you cannot imagine what the Cantor means. Are you sure, Father? Brother Soren's right. It felt really... Alaric slams a fist on his desk, and Luca stops mid-sentence. All the acolytes look up, a bit startled. The Cantor has always been a scary... The Cantor had always has a scary quality to him, but it came from an aloof place, always in control of his emotions. You have never truly seen him angry, other than in your dreams, as a much younger man. You watch as Elrich looks down at his fist, then unclenches it and places it on his lap. Our draft does not work. No need to discuss it any further. I'm only interested in solutions now. The rest of scribing class passes in a discussion about how to best unify the meters of the draft's many disparate canticles. It is long and laborious and consistent of reading through piles and piles of old local traditional songs, the Cantor's original premise being that communal songs already bring people together. As the discussion goes on, you notice that Elrich does not say much, only listens. When disagreements occurs between acolytes, he always cuts in with the same phrase. We will do as Gaggy says. Each time he says it, you wince a little bit, unaccustomed to this sort of difference. The other acolytes react as well, Soren rolling his eyes a few times, and Luca making a very impious gesture with his tongue, as if suggesting some sort of physical congress between you and the Cantor. Scribing comes to an end with the chime of the morning mass bell. In recent weeks, this has meant nothing, and Alaric would simply ignore it, extending your scribing lessons past morning mass, and sometimes even the early meal, much to everyone's horror. But today, as soon as the chime is heard, he announces the class had come to an end and doesn't even assign any work for next week. Instead, he gestures vaguely to all of you and tells you to practice your scribing. As you all pour out of the scriptorium confused, you watch as a river of brothers, young and old, all make their way towards the cathedral. One shape among many moves in the opposite direction, and you can recognize him instantly, owing to his stark white hair and vivid violet robe. You know exactly what that robe feels like on the skin. You shake the thought away. As you watch Fiden makes his way towards the cemetery, where he will no doubt sneak out into the northwestern forest, you notice another monk going the same way, walking about 20 paces behind. You cannot tell who it is, as they have their hood on, but their robe is one you haven't seen before. I will save. Catch up to Fiden or follow the hooded monk. I mean, who gives a shit about Fiden? Let's follow the hooded monk. You wait until Fiden's white hair slips past the tree line, then ease through the gap in the cemetery wall behind the hooded monk. He keeps a steady distance from Fiden, never closing it, never losing it. He has done this before. Follow quietly. You set each foot in the soft places between the roots, the way you once learned to cross floors you had no business crossing. He halts behind a wide trunk to watch Fiden shrug off his priestly robe at the wood's edge. The hood turns, just slightly, and you catch the face beneath it. Loric. Oh, it's one of the guards. Create a distraction. You feel along the forest floor until your fingers close on a dead branch, heavy and dry. Off where the trees sing towards the creek bed, you hurl it, as hard as you can. It crashes through the brush. Loric Hood snaps towards the noise. He moves at once, quick, low, certain, away from Fiden and towards the sound. Ahead, you catch the briefest flash of white hair turning. Fiden has heard it too, and does the only sensible thing. He melts into the green. You stay pressed into the bark until the knight's footsteps fade off after a query that was never there. You are still catching your breath when a voice comes from directly behind you, far too close for comfort. That branch didn't throw itself. You nearly come out of your skin. Sisters, Fiden, how long have you been standing there? Long enough to watch a Lucian buy me a clean way out and near saws himself doing it. He studies you a moment, something working behind his eyes that isn't quite a smile. That was either very brave or very stupid. I haven't decided which. Why not both? Why not both? His glances flickers back the way you both came, and the smile goes out of him. So, who did I have on me? The red worm, Loric. He trailed you straight out of the priory. His jaw tightens, but he doesn't look surprised. Of course he did. Come on, I'd rather be gone before he finds the way back, and we've a way to go yet. Fiden takes you the long way, doubling back twice where the trees sing until the briar wall rises out of the green. Here we are. Without another word, he steps into the briars. The last time you saw him do it, it was dark, and now in the light, you see how the briar twists and shifts around his frame, leaving space to pass. You follow as well. I think I understand why the briars move for you, but why do they move for me? Because my grandmother told them before your first visit. The city of trees welcome you. In the light of day, its charm is reflected very differently than at night, when you saw it for the first time. Houses, through abodes, might be a better term for them since they resemble no houses, you know. Barnacles, the trees at various heights. Wooden bridges, some clearly constructed, some seemingly growing out of the great trees themselves, connect the city like spider webs. Thales, or Thalewood, as you have now heard the Verdish call them, you are unsure what magic runs through them to make them so monumental. As you stroll through the great avenue of Thalewood, you turn to Fiden. There is something odd about these trees. You slow your pace, eyes snagging on something you can't quite put a name to. These bridges, the ones nobody built, they grow straight out of the trunks. Saves us the trouble of making them. But out of which trunk? This one reaches halfway across the avenue to meet that one, unless that one's reaching back. Fiden tilts his head up at the tangled limbs of overhead, then shrugs. Never thought about it. They're always been that way. You let your eyes wander, and the longer you look, the less the wood behave like any grove you studied in the monastery. How do I behave? No sapling underfoot, no two tree clawing each other's for scrap of lights. They seem to make room. Where are the young ones? A wood this old should be choked with seedings. Couldn't tell you. You'd want one of the caretakers for that, or my grandmother. I only live here. I only live here. You nod, but your thoughts keep circling back to the limbs overhead, the way they lace together like fingers. Almost as if you leave the thought unfinished. How old is this place? Depends when you start counting. Before the Lucan came, what, almost 3 centuries ago, this place was a sacred place, uninhabited by my people, except for its caretakers. But when the Lucan marches displaced us, we had to make certain sacrifices, include profaning our own sacred sites to survive. What kind of sacred site was it? It doesn't answer for a few moments. You have grown used to his caginess when it comes to topics surrounding the Verdish, and you can understand it well. He shrugs. Not sure. You are sure he's lying, but see no purpose in chasing up the matter. Are there more places like this? Not quite like this, perhaps, but there are old cities like these up north in the Thornweald, larger than Thoroward, some say, but this place is impassable now, so who knows. I would like to see it someday, though. So where are you taking me anyway? Just over there. He points to one of the thales, a thick reddish tree with many bridges coming out of it. Lots of stairs to where we're going. Can you handle it? You try to shrug it off, but looking up, you find the ascent intimidating. Still have salient service tonight. Staying awake through it after this will be a challenge. After a long climb, oh my god, I hate stairs. You make it to your destination. Nested in the very crown of the great thale tree is what seemed to be circular theater with a stage at the very center. You see people already sitting and chatting, older birds with marking where their skin is exposed, and children yet unmarked. The Verdish fashion seems to be a mix of Caladori fabrics cut and resewn together into many layers, most of which have been discarded next to where the people wearing them are sitting on this hot day. Some look up to you in curiosity, some doubtlessly. You see Fiden nodding to them, some discreet bit of reassurance that you're not like other Locanes, perhaps. You take a seat at the back with Fiden. What is this place? You've never been to a theater before. I snuck into a few back in Cowlehand, watched what I could before they found me, but nothing like this. Well, I'll translate what I can. Although with all the linguistic studies you've been going, I'm sure you'll be just fine. You see as a dozen people fill the empty spaces in front of the stage, carrying musical instruments, some familiar, some you've never seen before. The musicians begin without any signal you can catch, and the melody is somehow already underway when you notice it, as though it has been sounding all along, just past hearing, and they have only now joined it. It is nothing like the Elysian hymns, with their single bright voice climbing towards the light. This one has no first note and nowhere it means to arrive. Only a warmth that settles over the whole gathering, and strengthness you have no words for. Oh, as the melody reaches a lull, a woman walks into the stage, her movements flowing and precise. Her body is covered not in tattoos like Fiden, but paint. She comes to stop in the middle of the stage and looks to the distance beyond the audience as if seeing something startling. She opens her mouth and you half expect her to sing, but she doesn't. Instead, she simply starts speaking, slowly, rhythmically, her words melting into the melody seamless. Her name is Sayara, and she is a young Verdish woman, clearly living in a time long before the Lucent marches. She has come here to see a great big ship approaching the shore. It sails like clouds. She doesn't seem to be able to decide if she is scared or drawn to it. You watch as the play actress communicates her conflicting emotions through a series of movements, a dance you've never seen before, one that uses every part of the body. Every part of the body? Is she twerking? Oh. Interesting. Interesting. Is this his skin? I see nipples, but then I also see stitches, so I'm very confused. Very confused. A second figure steps onto the stage from the far side. A man, his bearing stiff and deliberate, every movement contained, as though he learned long ago never to waste one. He gives a name, Aurerth. Strange, the whole stage shifts around her. The musicians swaying as she sways, but he moves along. Nothing bends with him. For a long moment, the two of them simply regard one another. Really, I'm getting Pocahontas vibes, people. Pocahontas. The music singing to a single held note. Neither of them speaks. They share no language at all, so they find another way. Hands, feet, the turn of a shoulder, pointing and answering and asking again. There are no words for me to catch because there are none to catch. They have no tongue in common. They're building one between them, gesture by gesture. She shows him the shapes of things, what grows, how the light moves, and he gives them back, clumsy at first, then less so, and the wariness goes out of them both. And you notice it before you understand it. The man who moves alone has begun to move with her. A step she takes, he takes. The rhythm that once shut him out has folded him in. The two circle and meet, and part and meet again, while other play actors dance behind them and keep bringing different things into the stage. Green branches, then heavy fruit, then bare wood, then green again. Seasons. They're showing the turning of seasons. However long this story runs, it isn't days, it's years. He came begging. His people are dying. All at once and everything. War, sickness, a land gone dry. He crossed the water for a miracle and found her instead. But even as the dance grows tender, the man keeps turning towards the edge of the stage, towards the sea, and each time the woman draws him gently back. His grief never leaves him. It sits in him even while he holds her, and now he is choosing. He'll stay. He'll let them die and stay. Jesus. The woman smiles and holds him, and over his shoulder, her face is not the face of someone who has won. These are totally normal folks. I'm getting very like interpretive dancing band from Bushwick. That's the vibe I'm getting. The stage empties. The musicians fall still. Only the woman is left, and a single bare tree at the center. She sinks down beneath it, and for the first time there is no dance in her at all. She can't bear it, watching him waste away from her for her sake. She'd rather lose him whole than keep him as a ruin. Then something happens that quiets the whole theater. From her grief, briars climb the tree. Plain rope and painted thorn, you can see the trick of it, and yet the way she moves makes them seem to tighten on their own, until the trunk bends and groans. And then, slowly, she reaches up into the thorns, and break a single one off, a real one, mixing with the painted one, stuck into the rope. Not all of it. She won't give it all of it, just a thorn, just enough. The man returns to her, and she takes his arm, and with the thorn she begins to draw on his skin. Slow, sure marks, the way you'd write a word you were certain of. And here you lean forward, because she had pressed too hard, and a thin line of red wool wells up along the mark. That's real, that's actual blood. You think of every Caladori stage you've heard of, where no harm ever truly comes to anyone, where a man can be run through and stand to take his bow. Not here. Here the body pays. And those marks, the way she makes them, one after another, each one meaning something he doesn't yet understand. She's teaching him to scribe! The word for what she's giving him is the same as the word for a name. A mark you carry that makes you what you are. She's handing him the means to save them, so he can live, so he can stop dying in front of her. When the last mark is done, she folds his hand closed around the thorn, steps back, and gestures towards the sea. The man looks at the thorn in his hand and at her, and you see the war in him, but she has already turned her face away and will not take it back. He goes. The musicians do not play him off. He walks to the edge of the stage and is simply gone. And behind him, the white sails fill and shrinks and vanishes. The woman stands alone at the center, and the others who once moved with her do not return. She asks herself out loud whether she has been a fool. Then she answers it. The one who loved and gives freely is never the fool, she says. The one always wins. Did he block her on Grinder? She says it like she is daring the empty stage to argue. So they hooked up. He was like super upset because his mom was like sick or something. So she Venmoed him $10,000, and now he blocked her on Grindr, and she's like, Was I tricked? Then she's like, you know what? It doesn't matter if I was tricked or not. The D was so good. Never regret a good D. A good deed for a good D. The melody returns, the same warm and unplaceable one from the start, and the woman closes her eye inside it. And then it is over. No grand bow, no rush of applause like you'd expect at home, only a low murmur as the birds rise and begin to drift back down towards the city. One by one they go, until the benches around you are empty and the theater in the crown of the tail holds only the two of you. The sun is somewhere high in the sky beyond the crowd of this tree, starting now to journey slightly west. God, he's such a fuckboy. Fiden stays sitting where he is, while you walk up and lean against the empty stage. So, Sayara and Aurerth. If I understand correctly, this is a story about the first meeting between the Verdish and the Arcanterm. Emphasis on story, yeah. It was romantic, a very intimate way to portray that first encounter. The thorn, she scribed on him. That was her gift, scribing. It comes from your people. Not scribing. At least that's not what my ancestor would have called it. But yeah, the thing you do with quill and ink, we did it first, with thorns and blood. You should talk to my grandmother about it. I just thought, I don't know, I wanted you to know. I've heard stories about Verdish thorn witches. All the time, they were as close to scribes as you can find. I wonder why Ryza never told me. Oh, well, that one's easy. I told her not to. Why? He shrugs. The story always makes me angry. I mean, how stupid can you be, right? Giving away something like that and then... The irony is dark, and it does not escape you. A cure given to the man out of love, returning thousands of years later as a weapon wielded against them. if the story is to be believed. You know, I've been making parchment recently. It's actually kind of interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a perverse thing to do, like most things you Lucanes get up to. But if you think about it, it's still skin you use to make your marking. It's just not your own. Why did you disappear after chanting? He looks at you curiously. Oh, he likes us now. He likes us. But still neutral to us. Fuck you, Fiden. He looks at you curiously. I'm sure you can guess. The incantation? How can something be so terrible and so... He doesn't finish the sentence, but you know the word he was going to use. Beautiful. The warlock told me being there with you all would make it so that my people's voice could be heard. And fine, let's say I believe him. It still doesn't feel good listening to it. Listening to your quill stretching against parchment I made. Listening to your Luca's pretty voice singing it. It feels like flames to me. It feels like my skin is burning. And the worst part is, it came from us. There's this familiarity to it, you know? It's all over my skin. Without realizing it, he scratches his arm. Let's grill him about him and Kieran. I guess, well, we've noticed that the two of you have become closer. I don't know what you're talking about. He stares at you, daring you to continue. Come on, Fiden, you obviously like him. Let me save, because I think he might be angry at us. I don't. It's not like that. I mean, he's not the most annoying out of all of you, strangely. And he looks, you know, I mean, you have eyes. He lets out a long sigh and claps his face in his hands. Personally, I think you should go for it. It's really romantic. And he's not a prince anymore, not really. And if that's what you're worried about. He is a direct descendant of the men who put my ancestors and my home to the torch. I thought that kind of thinking is exactly what this incantation is trying to solve. He does not respond to that, only takes a deep breath, his eyes trailing off into the distance. No more questions. I guess we should head back. Yes, I have Sahelian service tonight, and it's going to be a long walk back. Oh, that reminds me. Luca wants to have a bonfire on Light Day. He was wondering if you can get us some firewood. You want me to help a bunch of Lucanes make a big fire in my forest? That does sound bad. You hadn't considered that. Oh, relax, Gaggy. I'm just playing with you. Sure, I'll get some wood. It sounds fun. You head back to the Priory. It's a long walk in the afternoon heat, but the forest provides the shade you need to get through it. It's a strange thing, the forest. As you walk back for the first time, you get the uncanny feeling that it watches you. Not like a predator from the shadows, but like a mother from above the cradle. After evening mass, you return to the cloister. More elective scenes coming in future updates. Ah, damn it. I'm tired from the day, but I could do one more thing before compline. Alright, I'm going to save this. No, I think, yeah, we can save this. And I think, I mean, there's not a lot of options. We already been to the library, we read all of the books. Let's see if there's anything interesting in the carols. No, nobody's there. And guys, I've already hooked up with this guy. And if you want to see it, I have it on my Patreon, the full video of us hooking up, which is beautiful. You make your way to the cathedral for Sahelian service. And that is the end for today, which reminds me I need to save, because when I don't save, I lose progress. Alright, guys, this has been chapter 4. I'm sorry, this has been episode 5 of chapter 4. This is like seasons. Let's return to the main menu. As always, I highly encourage you all to go and check out Void Mammoth's Patreon page. I'll show it here. He has been posting very consistently, and his posts are like his writing. It's simple, pure poetry. Oh, wait, Void Mammoths. Let's show his Patreon. This is his Patreon. I really enjoyed his update. I really enjoyed the content. I am a high tier donator. I highly encourage all of you to do the same. And while you're at it, if you already made it all the way here, you can see my page where I have my Patreon, where we post all of the naughty things, including full gameplays of, let's ignore this, let's ignore this, let's ignore this, let's ignore this. Oh my god, I've posted way too much crap, unrelated crap. But you can watch full gameplays of hit waves, including the hottest scenes there, because this game is absolutely wild. Alright? So if you made it all the way here and you're not yet subscribed, now's the time. Click that subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, turn on the notification button, and just let us know in the comment, let me know in the comment which part about today's stream you liked, and who is your favorite character so far in Canticles, and who is your theory, who do you think the murderer is, because I am contemplating between the Prior and even the Cantor itself. Beautiful, all caps, exactly. And now guys, I want to talk to you about the future of this channel for a second, because with the YouTube community strike, I feel like I might do some niche shift soon, because as much as I enjoy streaming gay erotic visual novels, I'm feeling this might be a bit of too much of a small niche audience to actually build up a larger following. So I'm thinking about maybe drifting towards more mainstream gameplays. I do enjoy visual novels very, very much. I don't know if visual novels have much of an audience. I don't know. Do you guys enjoy? Those who follow here, I'm assuming you guys enjoy visual novels, but I'm contemplating whether to play more mainstream games or like more something that like could get more eyes on this channel. I'll make some decisions. I also love horror shit, so I was thinking about playing The Backrooms, which is an internet lore that turned into a movie that just grossed like 200 million income out of a $800,000 budget. Crazy. And there's also a computer game called Escape the Backrooms, so I might be playing that. And other than that, you guys have been amazing. I love you all very much. You guys have really been making this journey amazing for me. And I do want to grow, so I'm trying to figure out what steps I can do in order to grow a bit more. But other than that, just know that you have a very special place in my heart, and I will bid you adieu for today. Other than that, have a beautiful rest of your weekend. As always, be kind to random sluts on the internet. Omer out. Adios.